Hi everybody, this is Judy at Judy in the Kitchen. Today we're talking about herbs and spices. I have a few tips for you on testing the freshness and a little bit of tidbits too about storing them and keeping them fresh. First though, I want to distinguish the difference between herbs and spices. Herbs are the leafy parts of plants. Spices are the dried seeds, bark, fruit, or even the ground up roots of a plant. And these items are commonly used around the world to flavor foods of all sorts. Different cultures often use approximately the same ones on a heavier basis and may use those set of herbs and spices more frequently than other cultures would. No problem there, that's just the way it tends to work. But we all use them, and it's common to just try to keep them on the shelf until you need them, and you reach for them when they run out. When the bottles are empty, then we go and we get some more. But there's some pointers along the way, and you may need to replace them a little sooner, a little more often than you usually do if you want to have the best flavor for them. Most bottled herbs and spices will come with a best by date on them, stamped somewhere on the bottle. I have found an awful lot of times that's very, very hard to read, and I just really can't even distinguish what it says. So if you run into that scenario, you could possibly write on the bottle or put a little label on the bottle of the date that you bought it. That's not going to give you the best by date, but it might give you at least a frame of reference as to how old it is on your shelf. Now, some specific tips for testing freshness of an herb or spice. First of all, you want to look at the color of your dried herb or spice, and if it's a vibrant color like it should be, that should indicate that it's fresher. If it's a very dull or lighter type of color than what you expect it to be, that can be an indication that it's on the older side. I have an example here, and this is dried oregano, and this one, I hope you can see it, will have an actually lighter color than this one right here. Let's see, there we go. Okay, hopefully you can see this one's a little lighter color than this one. This one is bound to be older. Actually, I've purchased them both recently, and with the supply chain like it is, that was all I could get. So it tells me that that one that was lighter color has probably been on the shelf a little bit longer than I care to, and if I try, I cannot read the best by date on there. It's very, very tiny and it's smeared. So between the two, forget it. I can't read it. Besides looking at the color, another thing that you can do is put some in the palm of your hand and crush it or crumble it like that, and then smell it. And if it smells with an aroma that you would expect it to have, chances are it's still fine. If it doesn't have much of an aroma, or if it smells old, or if it smells weak or musty, something like that, chances are it's old and it's not going to give a lot of flavor to your food when you're using it in cooking. If it smells good, go with it. It should be fine. Now, if this is all you have and it has just a weak aroma to it, you might try using more of it in your recipe than what the recipe calls for to get the flavor that you want. Let it cook for a little while and then taste it. Add more if you need to, but don't add more if you don't, of course. And so this will give you a frame of reference on what to go by. And then you would write that down on your grocery list and get some fresh the next time you're out and about, and then discard the old because it's just not worth having. Another thing that you can do to test it for freshness is actually put a small amount on a spoon or in the palm of your hand and taste it. Actually taste it. If there's no flavor or if it tastes stale, hey, it's old and it's not worth using and it won't give much flavor to your food. Now, if you go to open a jar and you find that it's clumpy when it normally should not be clumpy, chances are that some moisture has made its way into the container and it may have produced some off flavors, may have started it to spoil or something like that. if you look at it carefully and you see there's some mold growing in there, you definitely want to throw it away. But if it's just a little bit clumpy and you don't see any sign of mold or decay in that respect, you could give it a taste and see what it tastes like, and if it tastes okay, fine, use it in your food. If it does not taste good, rinse your mouth out really well, spit the water out, and throw that away to be sure that you don't get sick and that no one else does as well. It may sound very obvious, but after you've used an herb or a spice and you've taken that cap off, make sure you replace that cap tightly. If you just put it on there and then forget to tighten that cap up, moisture can get into that bottle and cause it to age a lot faster. Okay, so you don't want that to happen. Another thing too, when you go to use your herb and spice, let's say this was a flip top, or actually it's got the perforated top, but this one hasn't been opened yet. And you've got a pot of boiling water and you just pour like this and all this steam is coming up out of that pot and you're just adding that herb all over the place in there. That steam is going to get up inside your bottle. And if you turn around and put the cap on there right away, you're locking that steam in there. And that can cause it to age, can cause it to spoil, can cause it to clump. You don't want to do that. So it's really best not to pour that right directly over that steam. Pour it into a little container, measure it, and then add it in there. If you do happen to pour it over the steam, don't put the cap on there right away. Set it aside and let some air get to it and help to dry it back out a little bit. Of course, have it away from the steam for sure when you leave that cap off of there. And then after a little bit, put the cap on tightly and put it away. And it should be okay that way. But the preference is to not to pour it over that pot of boiling liquid that's releasing all that steam and it gets in the bottle. Don't want that. Well, I do hope this helps you out. Let me know if you have any questions or comments or any other tips to add to the list. I've got more coming up on this subject. Stay tuned. Take care now. Bye-bye.